another episode of Goals Driven Life YouTube channel. This is the second part on the series of reviewing and planning the new year. I received a lot of good feedback in my last video on how to review the year gone by, and in this episode I will talk about how to plan your next year well to make 2020 your best year ever. But before that, a quick announcement. You all must be aware of Goals Driven Life retreat that we are conducting in Kerala, Alleppey, Kerala, with 15 highly motivated people spending 2 days together to reset their lives and envision and plan a glorious future. Now, we are doing this at the Poloma resort by the backwaters of Kerala. And incidentally, we just had two last minute cancellations, and hence we are now open for taking two more admissions into this retreat. So, the retreat is happening on 31st of January till 2nd of February. So, if you're interested, please message me on Instagram, Goals Driven Life, or you can email me goalsdrivenlife@gmail.com. I must tell you, this will be a life changing experience to say the least. And we have participants coming in from all over India and also abroad. We have somebody coming from Dubai, Singapore, South Africa, and of course, I will be coming from Germany. For more information, you can check the link in the description below. I will point you to the links. So that's how it is. So, coming to the topic for today, planning for a great 2020. Now, 2020 standing at the cusp of 2 decades is such a special year, isn't it? The balance of the number 2020 has a certain ring to it, and almost everybody I see is excited about it. But is the next year just going to be another year not very different from the rest? Or are you committed to make this your breakthrough year? Let me tell you this, it is up to you to make 2020 your best year ever. You don't need to spend one more year discouraged or disappointed and not make transformative progress that you always wanted. You can move from, say, frustrated or confused state to clear, confident, and empowered state and achieve your best year ever. And I'm going to give you a few models on how to go about it. You see, great results don't just happen. You don't usually drift to a great year or a great destination that you have chosen. Instead, you have to be intentional, force yourself to get clear on what you want and why it's important, and then come up with a plan of action that accomplishes your goals. So, to make a great 2020, you need to first start with the status quo. You have to audit your current life in its different dimensions and evaluate the areas of life that you want to improve upon. Now, our life is multifaceted, multidimensional, isn't it? Our lives are more than just work and families. So, the best possible way to help you out with this is using something called a wheel of life that I shared in my last video as well. Here's the wheel of life. Now, in the last video, I had showed 12 dimensions. Now, it's up to you to choose which dimensions you want to add. The Wheel of Life audit gives you an assessment of the areas of your life that you need to improve upon. If it's spiritual, your connection to your inner being. If it's intellectual, your engagement to significant ideas. Emotional is your psychological health. Physical is your bodily health. Marital is your relationship with your spouse. Parental is your relationship with your children. Social is your relationship with your friends. Vocational is about profession. Avocational is about hobbies and pastime. Financial is about your personal finances or family finances. Now, on the score of 1 to 10, rate how are you doing on each of these dimensions. The score will give you an assessment of which areas of your life you have been ignoring and not focusing upon. Again, there is no judgment here. It is completely up to you to decide which areas you want to focus and address attention to. Now, from the scores of these dimensions, you can pick 7 to 10 goals that you want to achieve in the next year. Before we proceed, I want to introduce you to the type of goals. Earlier, I used to divide the goals between two: achievement goals and habit goals. Now, what are achievement goals? Achievement goals are focused on one time accomplishments. For example, it could mean paying off your credit cards, or hitting a financial benchmark, or say finishing writing a novel or running a marathon. It's essential that achievement goals they include a deadline. So you want to finish those goals by a certain date. The second one is habit goals. What are they? Habit goals, on the other hand, involve regular ongoing activities such as daily meditation practice or journaling every weekend. So, in such goals, there are no deadlines because you are not trying to accomplish just one thing, you are trying to maintain a practice. Instead, there is a start date to habit goals that triggers initiation. Now, let me give you a few examples between achievement goals and habit goals. In the last year or so, I have added a third kind of goals, which is behavioral goals, and this is close to my heart. Now, these are the kind of goals that are set to change or transform the kind of person you are to become the kind of person you want to be. For example, one could be naturally shy, and he wants to be outgoing and be more ease in public. The other goal could be somebody is bad at making friends. Okay, he is reticent, he does not cannot make friends, and he wants to be likable. The other example could be someone is not loving and empathetic by nature, and he wants to change that. He wants to be loving, he wants to be kind, he wants to be more empathetic. Or somebody could be naturally irritable and short tempered, and he wants to be more patient and calm. The point is, it is possible to change these behaviors of yours. The sad part is, many people resign themselves to a definition that they have given themselves and created a reality where they say that their definition is defined by these behaviors. They would often say, you know what, this is how I am. But if you reflect upon it, that's not true. You're always a work in progress, and you can be what you want to be and change what you are if you are not happy with what you are. As I said, behavior goals are the most meaningful and transformative goals. It paves the way towards becoming the person you want to be. And I suggest everybody should pick a few behavior goals every year. So, if you're interested, I would be happy to create an episode especially on chasing behavior goals in the future. So, a combination of achievement goals, behavioral goals, and habit goals can help you design your best year yet. So, when I say pick 7 to 10 goals, you should mix it up between these goals. Again, habit goals can be used to accomplish your achievement goal and behavioral goal. For example, if your achievement goal is to publish your own book by end of the year, the habit goal can be writing 3 pages 5 days a week at 6 a.m. every day, beginning from February 1st, and doing it for 100 straight days. This is a definition of how a habit goal should look like. Let me share with you my goals for